Hello everyone and welcome back guys to LCR F1. Yes, it's been a while since we uploaded any highlights from the LCR F1 series. I haven't been able to do many races, unfortunately, on a Sunday afternoon. But we're back here today for the Belgian Grand Prix. You'll notice there's no live commentary or webcam. I completely forgot to click live record, so that's hence why we're doing a post-com here today. But we're already then on the grid for the Belgian Grand Prix. We qualified P11, it's 5 red lights, and it is going to be lights out, and away we go. They're having a good little getaway. Starts never my strong point on F1 2020 as we head down in towards the source for the first time in this Grand Prix. Yeah, started P11, I could have got just inside the top 10, but I opted for the fresh rubber off the start there. As you can see, going through the first corner, our teammate Aiden losing the spot to Boris Letterbox as we head down in towards Eau Rouge and Radion for the first time in this Grand Prix. In the background, you will be able to hear Mel and Connor as well, who normally the two guys I end up in the party in for these races. You can see Boris Letterbox already on a very, very aggressive run around the outside of Dean there. Aiden completely misses his braking point in towards the chicane there. Not too sure what's happened to Dean there, but he's also gone range, so we're up 2 places as we head through the chicane at the top of the hill there, as Boris Letterbox still trying to look for even more overtakes there down the inside of the McLaren of Pietro Matto as we head down through Sector 2 there, through No Name, trying to keep it nice and tidy. That's going to be another warning. Our second already on the lap here. Spa on F1 2020 is rather easy to pick up some track limit warnings there. But anyway, as we head down through Pool 1, then it's been a good little start for ourselves. So up 2 places, nice and tidily into the points there. You can see John Papp just behind us on the mediums as well has made a good start here, and Pietro really struggling, as you can see, as we head down the hill in through Sector 3 here, through the Stabilo. Hopefully we can try and get a good run on the exit of the corner there. Completely pinned, unlike Pietro just in front of us, who doesn't get a particularly good run. We're going to ERS boost around the outside of him as we head up in towards Blanchemont here. You can see John behind us has got a tremendous run as well there. As we head in towards Blanchemont though, John's going to turn in. We're going to get auto span, try to save it, and we're into the wall before lap 1's even over there. We get a penalty as well for running wide, and yeah, John did apologise to me after the race there because he also admitted he completely murdered me on the first lap of the race there. And yep, that is not quite the way we wanted to start this Belgian Grand Prix here. So we're going to have to pit the end of lap 1, go onto a set of the hard compounded tyres there, and yeah, unless we get a safety car, our race is pretty much over before it began this weekend, because it's highly likely we'll have to 2-stop here. But Pietro has to dive it in as well, so I'm guessing he was struggling with some front wing damage as well there. But as we head down the pit lane, you can see Dean has had to come in as well, so 3 of us into the pits at the end of lap 1. I've got no idea how Aiden was able to survive that first lap as well there, but we're down to last place in this Grand Prix as well, so P15 of 15 as we head back out onto the circuit. And yeah, like I said, we will basically need a safety car if we want to try and recover anything from this Grand Prix. And luckily, it wouldn't take long before a safety car was what we got. The other Renault of Mont would spin heading down in towards Pouon there, not too sure what happened. And yeah, the safety car would be deployed just onto lap 3 of this Grand Prix there. So, I mean, it's worked out wonders for us. Obviously, it's going to allow us to catch back up to the rear of the field. And even then, at the end of lap 3, we're going to come in for our second pit stop of the day. John has been disqualified. Not too sure how he managed that one, but, I mean, the murder on ourselves should have been enough to get him disqualified from the race anyway there. So we're back up into P14. We're making good progress early on in this race. You can see Alpha Tauri still trying to service Aiden, so we're going to get held up in the pits as well there. But we do actually come out ahead of Dean, so I don't know if he picked up more front wing damage or got held up more in the pit lane. I think he got held up more in the pit lane there. But that's going to mean, yeah, we're going to be back out into the race in P13 there. And the safety car would be coming in not long later than the end of lap 5, getting ready to go green. We'd actually be all the way up to P11 after some weird little safety car antics there. So we're back to where we started in this race, despite after 5 laps still not setting a lap time under 2 minutes in this Grand Prix there. But through the final couple of corners though, getting ready to go green. Once again, the tyres are very cold though. We've actually got a couple of Ferraris and the Haas of Flying Finn have opted to stay out here at the front of the field there. So this could prove interesting over the next couple of laps as we head back through La Source, trying to get heat into the rubber there. Connor just behind us, obviously going to be a lot quicker than us over the course of this stint. Not if he does that though, running into the back of us. And you can just see in the party there, not too happy with us as we head through the Fagnes chicane there. Yeah, Connor, safe to say he's a bit braver on the brakes than ourselves on F1 2020. But it wouldn't be long though, as you can see, we're all over the back of Drizit's Revenge as we head up in towards the final few corners of the lap. So hopefully, we should be quicker than him, Apex, and Finn in this race there. So we might be able to move ourselves back up nicely into the points, but we still obviously got a couple of very, very quick cars behind us as well. Going to go for a big, big lunge up the inside in through the final chicane there. Yeah, Drizzit's on hards from the start of the Grand Prix there, but if we do get around the outside, we out-traction him on the exit of the corner there, and we're back up into the points once again then in this Grand Prix. As on to lap 7, we finally set our first sub 2 minute lap time of the Grand Prix there. We can see over the next couple of laps though, closing in on a couple of the other cars there, Apex and the other Ferrari, who hadn't opted to pit on the safety car as well. There you see Connor and Dean, even I should say, just trying to follow us through towards the rear of the field here still at the moment there. We're going to get a good run down the hill on Apex here, but we're both going to have the DRS on Mont just in front there. We do deploy the ERS, as you can see, heading out onto the Camel Straight there, but Apex running really, really low aero. As you can see there, we're both closing in a fair bit of time on Mont as we head down in towards the chicane at the end of the Camel Straight there, but unfortunately Apex holds on to the position for now there. We're going to try and get a good run as we head down the hill, get a nice run using all the curb on the X there. We're going to try and look up the inside as we head through the hairpin here. And Apex going to turn in a little bit there, a tiny bit of wheel-to-wheel contact, but we do make the move work. Obviously much fresher rubber there around the outside through No Name as well there, but yeah, we now move ourselves back up into P9 of the Grand Prix there, and yeah, very, very soon after that, you can see Finn just struggling over the curbing there. He's accidentally going to put it into the wall, so that's going to be P8 in this Grand Prix as well there, as now we've got Mont and Aiden just in front of us as well here now. So making good progress, considering obviously we were last by an absolute long shot just 6 laps ago here. We'll certainly take the progress we've made off the restart there. As you can see, Mont and Aiden now battling it out as we head out the final couple of corners here. Connor just hanging on inside the DRS as well as we set another new PB for the Grand Prix here. But this could get very, very close as we head up the Camel Straight there. Mont getting a good run off the exit of the corner there. So Aiden is going to be a bit of a sitting duck as we head down in towards Rouge and Radion here. As you can see, Mont though not wanting to go for a move. You always just want to wait for the DRS zone on the Camel Straight there, but we've got a worldly of a run on the pair of them as we head out onto the Camel Straight there. You can see Mont trying to look for the move on Aiden. We're almost going to make it 3 wide there momentarily as we head up the back straight there, but just backing out of the move there. We show Mont the nose, but he turns in very, very firmly, holding onto the position there. And yeah, we're now up into P7 of the Grand Prix there. Our teammate losing 2 places in that moment there, but now pretty much at the halfway stage of the Grand Prix. They're pretty much settling in to the position we should be in this Grand Prix there. Connor and Aiden, though, have got a mega run on us as Mont is now already starting to pull away as we head up the Camel Straight once again there. Connor's going to look to the outside. Aiden's going to try and look up to the inside as we head in towards the chicane there. Connor around the outside he goes much, much later on the brakes once again there, but we swing it around the outside of our teammate. Get a little bit of wheel spin on the exit of the corner there, but nothing quite what Aiden's going to do there. Just see in the rearview mirror, running massively wide off the exit of the corner there, actually putting the car into the wall. I'm not too sure if he picked up some front wing damage from that one as well there, but really from then on, our race would get very, very quiet here. The only real major thing that would happen would be we get a virtual safety car, so we just thought we'll dive it in and try and go for a fastest lap in this Grand Prix. You can see a little bit of rain is starting to fall as well here, as you often find around the Belgian Grand Prix circuit, but it wouldn't get wet enough to warrant a pit stop right towards the end of the Grand Prix there. So the end of lap 17, coming up to set the new fast lap of the Grand Prix. We may as well try and claim the fastest lap bonus point if possible here. But unfortunately, that would get ruined very, very shortly after there. Dean behind us would dive it in just 1 lap later because we had a couple of grid penalties. He knew a couple of time penalties. He knew he'd be able to get back round us anyway there, and he goes faster by just shy 0.2 of a second. So yeah, rather annoyed. We lost the fastest lap bonus point because of that right towards the end of the Grand Prix there. But the only other thing that would happen, yeah, unfortunately on the final lap of this race there, Perondi would actually pick up a puncture right at the start of the final lap there. So that would basically drop him from race-winning contention right towards the rear of the field there. In fact, I'm not even sure he scored points at the end of the Grand Prix there. But Leopard's going to come through for another race victory in the end of the day there. He's putting himself in good stead to at least be in a shot of the World Championship there. I think Boris Letterbox, fantastic drive from 10th to 2nd in the end there. Mel comes through for P3 ahead of Sims and Connor. Always still, despite the front wing damage and everything else, I think he's going to be in a battle with Mont, but he does claim P5 after a penalty for Mont, as you can hear in the background. Connor got put into a wall at the end of the Grand Prix, but coming through the final chicane though, it's going to be P7 on the road there, P8 at the end of the day there. So another good points on the board there. 4 extra points will certainly go a long way in our championship there. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, do make sure you get yourself subscribed as well there for more LCR action. You can see, having a look at the final race of results there. We should have some more POVs coming from LCR F2. I'm not too sure if I'm going to be able to take any more races in the LCR F1 season between now and the end of the year there. But you can see final race results though. Leopard, like we said, coming through for the race victory there. Boris Letterbox in at P2 ahead of Mel, and then Sims with another good double score for Williams at the end of the day. Connor on the road P6, but he did get P5 after penalties there. And yeah, we got a lot of track penalties over the course of the race there. Dean not getting a single one meant he was comfortably ahead of us at the end of the day there. Apex comes through for 9th. Finn comes through for 10th there, so good points on the board for those guys as well. There were Drizzt just missing out ahead of Perondi, who somehow finished a lap down. Not too sure how he managed that. Pietro as well, and you can see Aiden, I don't think made it to the end of the Grand Prix there. But thank you all so much for watching. Do make sure you get yourself subscribed, and yeah, we'll be back very, very soon with more LCR action.